Well, hello and welcome back, and thank you for coming back. We are in uptown Paphos. That's the Macarius Church in the old town of Paphos. We're going to go for a wiggle and a waggle, but before we do, I'm going to introduce you to the most beautiful woman in the world, and her name is Miss Ochin Gracivia Labouf.
Hello, everybody. How nice to see you again and again.
And again. So stick with us. We're going to go for a wiggle and a waggle. So that's the Macarius Church, you were saying, in uptown Paphos.
It's a beautiful building.
It is a rather nice looking church. It's got a rather nice bell tower over there as well.
Yeah.
Let's have a little walk around. And as you can see, they've done some renovations around here. They've done some paving, they've put up some walls, they've rejuvenated those two buildings over there, and they've done that car park up. That wasn't like that before. And that's one of the entrances into this rather spectacular old church in uptown Paphos. And there's the rather nice bell tower. Churches in Cyprus are taught with huge respect and is a very, very religious country indeed. Anyway, stick with us. We've got some old buildings. We've got Ochin Gracivia Labouf. She's not old at all. She's just beautiful.
It's a beautiful church. Very nice church.
It is a nice church, yeah. And over there you've got another bell tower. So have a look at that. It's quite a large church. Right up in the centre of the old town Paphos. And there's the second bell tower. So that's the Macarius Church in the old town of Paphos. Now stick with us. There's some dilapidated buildings and we're going to enter the one-way street, but of course we're on foot, so we can wiggle and waggle that away. That building coming up that you can see has been, well, certainly given a lick of paint, and it's had a bit of a refurbishment. That is the rear of the old post office building. So that means if we wiggle and waggle to the right of it, we're going to get to see a truly spectacular view. So stick with us, and we're also going to find a great place to get a great coffee. It's the uptown, old town Paphos coffee shop known as Cafe Nero. So stick with us. Here we go. Lovely, lovely cobblestone streets. And as I said, these two buildings to the left here are the former old post office. And most of the street now has been refurbished, although we do have the odd building that has not been refurbished. Have a look in there. It's got great, great air conditioning, front and rear. A ceiling that perhaps is not that safe, so we won't enter that building. Gracivia, what do you think of Pano Old Town?
Among these old ruined houses or buildings, we can see rather renovated and well built and well refreshed buildings too.
Yeah, it's a mix. So a lot of the buildings have had grants and they've been refurbished, and a lot of the buildings have not. Have a look at that one. That's a quaint looking building. That's beautiful. That's going to be a great, great building when that's refurbished, that's for sure. So, yeah, that one's nice. Have a look at that one. Coming around the corner now. That's a beautiful looking building. And then that one there, have a look at that. We'll go from top. So there's the top of it. It's been refurbished. And we'll come back down, and there's the main entrance or the front door. And that's the rear end of Ochin Gracivia Labouf. And again, I understand that on that top floor, the view is going to be truly spectacular, and you're going to understand that in a minute, because as we get round this corner, you're going to see what we're actually on about. So we're going to stop over here. That is Cafe Nero, and of course, just over there is the blue Mediterranean Sea, and that is the terrace and the balcony that we were just showing you. And of course they are just clearing that building and they are looking out to that view over there. So stick with us, we're going to take you down and show you a truly, truly spectacular view. Thank you very much. What's your name?
Denise.
Denise, where are you from?
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
So we've been watching you.
Thank you very much.
Time, yes.
Thank you, thank you.
We've been accosted.
We've been accosted. We've been accosted. Thanks, Denise. all the way from Newcastle. I saw the lady smiling. Thank you very much. We're going to take you out to that blue Mediterranean Sea. Have a look at that for a review. It truly doesn't get much better than that. So we are in uptown Paphos. That's the view. Straight down to the rear of the Elysium Hotel. And if you understand where that is, next door to that then is the Paphos Beach Resort. Then you're onto the pathway past the Lighthouse Beach, and eventually in about 20 minutes of a walk you will get to downtown Cato Paphos Harbour, one of the greatest places in the world.
And I would like to say that Miss Denise totally made my day today. From that point of view, she was waving me as she was going close to her company people, and I just made like that after when she did it, and really she did make my day. Thank you, Miss Denise, and she's going somewhere that way. I wish you all the best. To all the people who are watching us, because it's so nice to be recognized, and when the people see you in the real life, she really made my day. Thank you, Miss Denise.
Yes, Miss Denise, you did make our day. It's absolutely fantastic when we get to interact with people, when people come up or they're waving in the background. It makes us feel very, very special, and it humbles us. And I mean that truly, it does humble us. Anyway, on to the video. This is the area that's known as Uptown Cafe Nero. The building itself is a work of art, and then just over there are the former old buildings, and just over yonder there is the former post office building. And again, there is that truly spectacular view off this raised platform that looks out over the Clorica Bay down to the Lighthouse Bay, and if you look very, very carefully all the way down to downtown Cato Paphos, our favourite area, the harbour and the promenade. Now, as you may have noticed, we did have a little venture up into Ayia Napa, and that is now going to become our second home along with Portaris. So every sort of other weekendish, shall we say, we're going to frequent the two areas, and we're going to make a series of videos, and the idea is to help you find your way around, and hopefully we'll learn some new things when we're there, and hopefully we're going to meet some old friends and some new friends on our travel. Now, we're walking down that street. Like I said, just over there to the left is the former old post office. We've got a Leptos sales office. We've got the Uptown Hellenic Bank here on our right hand side, and just a little bit further we're going to get to the Marks and Spencer's food outlet. Receive it, Booth?
Yeah, I remember that Marks and Spencer. It was very, very popular and still is at the moment.
Yeah, lots and lots of foreigners, not just British people, go there to get those special cookies or those special crisps. Or I go there to buy cranberry juice because she likes cranberry juice, and then normally when I'm there I buy some little spoily treats, shall we say, chips, crisps, biscuits. You get the idea. I got a bit of a sweet tooth. So let's walk you down here and show you exactly where it is. This is
hopefully those roads being open after renovation.
Well, it's not yet, unfortunately. One of the main arteries down here does take you down to downtown Cato Paphos, but you can't take a left. Well, you can if you're on foot, and you've got some scaffolding and some good workman's boots. Great views, tremendous views off here. This building up to our right-hand side now really has some spectacular views, and we're going to try and share some of those views with you now. Have a look at this off one of the open terraces. Now, some people who know Paphos well will remember that Tea for Two a while back did have a restaurant on the back here, and I think it was that one there, to be honest, to our right hand side. And of course, look at the view that you got all the way down to the downtown Cato Paphos harbour, and if you look very carefully, there is a white thing sticking up in the sky. That's the lighthouse on Lighthouse Beach. And as we come round, again, you've got the Paphos Beach Resort. Next to that, along the coastline, you've got a very posh 5-star hotel. And as we keep on coming round, we're now into the Clorica Bay, Tomb of the Kings area. Spectacular views, that's for sure, even on a November day. If you're wondering what time of year it is, well, it is the 1st of November, and Gracevilla Booth is looking absolutely beautiful as usual.
Thank you, Mr. Paul. And you know, there is some steps going upstairs. We could show an amazing view right within a minute.
Right, let's go and have a look. Let's see if we can get up these steps to the top of this building. You never know. I've got a feeling it might be closed off, but let's follow the rear end of receiver booth and see if we can get to the top, because the view is just going to get better and better and better. As you can see, we're climbing. Now, in their day, these apartments really were something special, and they still have that view, but obviously they're getting on in life a little bit now. Hopefully, as time goes on, people are going to club together, and hopefully it will all get refurbished, because it's in a prime location, and of course its view, well, you're never ever going to beat this for a view. Let's keep going, Receiver. Let's get to that very top floor, and hopefully, one will get fit, but two, you'll get a spectacular view.
We're now on the 5th
I
floor.
think we are.
Wow.
And I think there's one more to go, isn't there? Look at that. It really doesn't get much better than that. That's straight across the Elysium 5-star luxury hotel. That's the Tomb of the Kings Bay. And then that's Clorica Bay over there. We know that because there's a big ship that ran aground in 1985. The crew liked it so much, they decided to stay here for the rest of their lives. Receiver the booth.
The views is really amazing. This is the views you can die for, but as we agreed before, please don't die alone. Let's do it together. Actually, we can do together everything, most of the things. We are loving you to bits. Thank you very much for your time, for your attention. Please don't forget to come and see another of our madnesses. Many kisses. And bye-bye.
So all that's left for me to say is thanks for watching, and of course if you like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe. Please come back for a little bit more of our madness. This view, Denise, is especially for you. All the way from downtown Paphos. We know you're in Paphos at the moment because you just accosted us. But remember, when you get back to downtown Newcastle, the views simply don't get any better than that. Thanks for watching.